Hello and welcome to our lesson today. I hope you enjoy the heaven of agriculture. Agriculture being the backbone of our economy, I want to believe that everybody who gets into contact with an agricultural course or an agricultural enterprise or an agricultural related business is enthusiastic, is happy to undertake this course. And for students who are studying agriculture, this is the right place to be. So our first topic will be on introduction to agriculture. And on the topic introduction to agriculture, the first thing we do is to define agriculture. What is agriculture? And then we classify agriculture as either an art or a science. And then we will go ahead and look at the branches of agriculture. What makes up agriculture? What contributes to agriculture? We look at the various branches, and then after that we look at the various systems of farming. We look at systems like extensive and intensive systems. What are these systems and what are their importance? Then we look at the methods of farming. What methods are used in agriculture? So there's a difference between the systems and the methods of farming. Then we go down and talk about the importance of agriculture to the economy. What are the contributions of agriculture to any economy? For example, a country like Kenya, like the US, like South Africa, like the UK. What are the contributions of agriculture to the economy? Lesson 1: History and definition of agriculture. Where did agriculture, the term agriculture, come from? And what does this name agriculture mean? Lesson objectives. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to describe the history of agriculture. Here simply, you should be able to explain where the term agriculture came from. How did the term agriculture come about? Then, after understanding where it came from or how it came about, and you define agriculture, and then you tell us, you explain what the term agriculture means. After explaining what it means, then you classify agriculture as an art or a science. Meaning, here you look at the activities that take place in agriculture, the scientific events that take place in agriculture, and then you classify them as either an art or a science. Are they artistic? Do they require skills? Or they're scientific that require experiments? From our first objective, we need to understand the history of agriculture. Now, where did the term agriculture come from? Now, the name agriculture comes from two Latin words. Agri, meaning the land or field. Cultura, meaning cultivation. That means that traditionally agriculture is known as a field of cultivation. That brings us to a definition of agriculture as a field of cultivation. But we all know that agriculture does not only involve cultivation, which entails planting of crops, but it also involves rearing of animals. That tells you that defining agriculture as the field of cultivation is incomplete. That's why with the time, as agriculture has continued to grow and more knowledge is being shared on agriculture, then agriculture has come to be defined with an inclusion of crops and animals. So, from the history that we have had a view of before, now what is agriculture? Agriculture is the art and science of crop and livestock production. Now, what does the name production mean? Production refers to all the activities that lead to the increase in quality and quantity of something. On one of the images in the slide that you're seeing is a maize plantation, the upper part. Now, all those activities that involve increase the quality and quantity of maize should be carried out for production process to be complete. Now, the first process is land preparation, where all the weeds, stumps, and everything is removed from that land to make that land ready for planting. Planting comes in as an activity. Then weeding comes in if foreign materials grow in the maize plantation. Then if any disease like the fall armyworm or any pest like the fall armyworm or any disease attacks the maize, then appropriate measures are taken, including use of appropriate chemicals to control that pest or disease, so that the quality and the quantity is not affected or compromised. Then that maize, when it is of the right age, it is harvested either for to make silage when it is green, or absorbed as green for consumption as vegetable maize, or that a maize is left till it starts drying, then is harvested, dried, and stored or processed to another product. That's a production process. If you look at livestock, for example cattle, you have to feed these animals properly with the right food. You have to treat them against various diseases and control various pests for them to produce maximally if you have dairy animals. That is a production process. So all these activities that you carry out that lead to increase in quantity or quality of something that you are producing as an agriculture, as a farmer, because agriculture is an enterprise, that is a production process. From the previous slide, we have defined agriculture as